Gambler cost me, Willow cost, Donut cost me, and Champ cost me. Good morning and welcome back to another video. Today I thought I'd do something different and tell you how much I paid for each of my horses, my opinion on buying cheaper horses against more expensive horses, and where I feel is the most valuable place for you to spend your money. So before we get any further into this video, let me know in the comments down below which horse you think I paid the most for and which one I paid the least for, and I bet it will surprise you. So horses are a very expensive hobby to have as it is, and I just feel that my opinion is doesn't matter how much money you spend on a horse, if you can't ride it, there's no point having spent that money. So my horses aren't Hoys qualifiers yet, but they've done a few things in their time. I thought I'll start with Willow. Willow is a palomino Welsh Section D, and we bought him when he was 3 years old. It was the October, so he was coming 4 years old. Unbroken Welsh Section D gelding. He's, in all honesty, got the worst breeding out of all of them. He's got no one particularly special in his breeding, but and he wasn't the nicest horse either when we bought him. This is of course before COVID crisis, and so he was unbroken, a little bit mardy, but we didn't realise that till we got home, and I paid £1,600 for him. That is it, and we deemed that to be extremely expensive for what he was anyway back then, but you paid more just for his colour. And he's taken me to Your Horse Live. He can do Hoys qualifiers. He's going to one tomorrow, and we can be placed in Hoys qualifiers. We've not qualified yet, same as Royal International. We've been placed in the classes, but we haven't qualified yet. But he has been such an amazing horse for really looking at it now for a cheap price. Back when we bought him, we thought he was expensive, but now he is worth so much more to me than what we spent on him. So with the Welsh cobs, it's renowned that the breeding speaks for itself, but as I say, he's got not the best of breeding. No one's spectacular in his breeding. I think, my opinion is that it doesn't matter whether the horse is the most well-bred horse in the world. If you as a rider, as a trainer, do not produce that horse to the best of its ability, even as the best bred horse in the world, you're not going to get anywhere. So my view is you can pick up cheaper horses if you've got the time, the knowledge, the dedication to put into them. Yeah, you can bring up cheaper, buy cheaper horses and spend your hard-earned money on training for yourself as a person, learning, going to clinics, going to do lots of groundwork, homework that you can then take forward into training your horse. So the next horse I thought we'd do is Gambler. We bought him as a 3-year-old licensed Welsh Section D stallion. So of course you usually pay slightly less for colts and stallions, but again he's got 6 foals on the floor, and he cost us again £1,600. But out of all the horses, as I say, he is Danaway bred. He's one of the best bred horses that we've got. So we paid £1,600 for him, and again that was deemed expensive for him back then, but we fell in love with his attitude. He was really what we wanted for the kids. Unbroken, a working stallion. So he didn't cost us too much, but again, now we've put the time into bringing him on. He rides, he drives, he's brilliant for the kids. He has the most amazing attitude ever and is actually worth his weight in gold now. He's done really well in the show ring with Lewis, getting first places and champions at the local levels, going up to the Welsh shows and doing amazing there. He won Sunshine Tours, he's done really well at Equifest, and he is a Welsh Pony and Cob Society bronze medal winner with me in hand. It is just, as I say, time and dedication in bringing them on as a horse. Then we've got Donut. Thought we'd do him next because I'll keep you in suspense on how much we paid for Champ. So Donut we bought as a 6-month-old colt. He was during COVID, just after, so the prices had started to go up. I paid a hell of a lot of money, what I deem is a hell of a lot of money, for him. But he is extremely well bred. As I say, that usually is not an importance. I didn't know his breeding when I found him, so I didn't realise he was actually that well bred. But yes, he's done nothing spectacular at the moment, but I've got high hopes for him to be my Hoy's ridden horse in time. He's got lovely nature, lovely conformation, going to be a lovely colour. We paid £1,200 for him, and as I say, I deemed that to be a lot of money for a 6-month-old colt, especially compared to what I paid for Champ. And we get to him now. So we bought Champ as a 6-month-old colt. He was in Wales and I didn't even go to see him. I definitely do not recommend anyone to do what we done with him. We did buy him blind, but I saw pictures and videos of him. I was sent, he's going to knock my barrow over. I was sent lots of pictures and videos of him before we decided to purchase him. But at that time, we just didn't have the time to go up to Wales to go and view him. So we got him delivered down to us. So the first time I met him was when he was actually on our yard. He's got good breeding as well. He's Quailog bred, not as good as the other two, but he has good breeding and he's brilliant. My partner complained to me about buying him. As I say, I bought him blind. When he turned up at the yard, he was just a ball of fluff. And yes, Steve complained that I'd spent money on him. So Champ is proving to not stand still for the camera, but he's proving to have a very nice attitude to life and learning. Again, you usually pay a hell of a lot more for their colours, so his price might shock you. Perfect buckskin, perfect 4 white socks. Very expensive colour to buy usually. We paid a whopping £600 for him. And it is the best money I've ever spent. He is absolutely brilliant. And even at that small amount of money, Steve complained to me about buying him. So what I'm just trying to say with this video is you don't need to have thousands of pounds to buy a decent horse. As I say, Willow's qualified for Your Horse Live. We've competed there twice. Royal International qualifiers we can get placed in, and Hoy's qualifiers, and he cost me 1,600. My view is, yes, you have to have knowledge on buying the correct horse, conformationally right. Usually to get a cheaper horse you will buy them younger, so you must have knowledge on how to break in a horse and train a horse, but you can pick up some that are newly broken to ride in. They'd be green, but they'd have at least been sat on. They'd be cheaper again than the more advanced horses that have gone out and done it. You could spend thousands of pounds on a horse that has qualified for Hoys. I could buy one tomorrow that has qualified for Hoys. If I can't ride to that standard, it's not worth me having that horse, because then I wouldn't be able to qualify it for Hoys. So my view is spend slightly cheaper on the horse, not dirt cheap, because you do want them conformationally sound, breeding to be correct, the paperwork, their passport and everything to be correct. Pay a lower price for the horse and spend the extra money on training yourself as an owner, as a rider. Spend your money on lessons. That's what I think is the most beneficial. So just to recap that, Gambler cost me £1,600, Willow cost me £1,600, Donut cost me £1,200, and Champ cost me £600. So that's the end of this video. If you like what you see, then please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the prices that I paid for these horses. See you in the next one. Bye.